How would a second wave of COVID ID or another pandemic shortly after play out? Some are saying we self-quarantine until fall 2021 or until we have a vaccine. Would love your thoughts. Thanks. Obviously, I'm not in the pandemic business, not really an expert on it, but I think if a second wave comes, we can't be locked down again. I mean, because the global economy has been affected way too much. So I think if we get a second gust of wind of the pandemic, I think what's going to happen is most countries will just follow what's happening in Sweden, where they'll just try to build up herd immunity. They'll be like, you know what, we can't just lock down for 2 years because, I mean, the unemployment in America is already at record levels, right? It's over 15%, I believe. So there's no way we can continue like this for 2 years, and even globally. So I think what's going to happen is we'll just follow what's happening in Sweden. China has opened up, and so has Hong Kong and some other places, and they have good strategies of doing it. So if we do open up, it will just be social distancing. Remote work will be the way to go. I mean, so this is the future. I don't think it's really going to go back. I mean, the cat is out of the bag, pun intended, because I mean, most people in crypto were already working remotely. It was kind of most people in crypto, at least the ones I know, already had that digital nomad lifestyle, especially the traders who travel and trade, right? For example, like Wolf of Poloniex. Go watch the interview I had with him on 100X show. I mean, he's basically he's making 6 figures, 7 figures, traveling the world, just trading on his laptop. That's like the crypto lifestyle, crypto investor trading lifestyle. And I mean, our team has been working remotely since I quit IBM in 2017. We would just work by taking calls online through Zoom, Google Hangouts, traveling to conferences. So the future is here. The future is here. I mean, if anything, what I do regret on is if I had money, if I had disposable money, I would have invested in Zoom, because I've been using Zoom since 2017. I was bullish on it, and I think Zoom did show up on one of those equity sites. I think Shares Post or Equity Zen. So I think there was a round to buy Zoom, I believe. Now let me see if I can pull that up here, because one of those where employees share their stock. I mean, where employees go to sell their stock, because I think there might have been. Let me take a look here. Yeah, so this is. Let me close this. So this is Equity Zen. Now these sites are only for qualified investors, accredited investors. Basically, if you make in the US, if you make over 200 grand, or if you have net worth of over $1 million, the story is changing. But basically, you have to be rich, right? So they have lots of companies on here pre-market. It's kind of like private sales for IPOs. So this is their page on Zoom. Now, why do they keep on giving me this pop-up? Now, I do have the newsletter. I did make an account on here, but I personally have still not used it yet. Right, but basically, some of the rounds they have. Okay, yeah. So right now they have QB. They have Airbnb. I mean, talk about Airbnb and SpaceX. Imagine investing in those before the IPO. They have Barstool Sports. Actually, I'm not sure if all these are investable. These might just be. Actually, they might be. Right. So imagine investing in Airbnb. Right. So DraftKings, Grab, Reddit, Lime, Lemonade, TransferWise, Casper. Didn't Casper IPO? Acorns, Circle. Circle's a crypto one. So actually, let's see what they have for crypto. Blockchain, okay. So, okay, I'm not sure if they had Zoom because it's not popping up here. So that's one of the sites I did see that on. The other one was Shares Post. Let me see if they had this one. Okay, so Zoom stock, yeah. So they have it here as well. Now, so all these sites, the way they work is you buy directly from employees. So I mean, that's one regret I had. It was if I had money, I would have put some money in that. Uh, then, because Zoom is here to stay, and now I know lots of people say it has privacy issues, and yes, it does, because it's not really full end-to-end encryption. But I'm not really seeing any good open source alternatives that can handle the scale Zoom does. I know Signal is one, but Signal is really just more for one-to-one and small groups. It's not really meant for like having like 100 people on at the same time. I have been looking for open source versions, alternatives for web conferencing, right? Because I love open source, the privacy, especially for the operational security, it's good, and it's the encryption, but nothing has really come out yet that can rival Zoom. That's also open source. Now, Netflix has done well. Amazon has done well. What else? Roku. Has done fairly well. I'm very bullish on Roku. In a way, I could just kind of give you my stocks. Now, this is not based on any kind of in-depth research, just from companies I like that I personally use that do well. But I've not looked at their financials. I would definitely recommend you do that before. Just take this with a huge pile of salt. So companies that I like that are good for the remote future, because that's where things are going. It's not going away anytime soon. Zoom, Roku, Netflix, Amazon, those are more safer plays. Instacart. Man, I've been a user of Instacart forever. I've not gone grocery shopping in like probably 3 years, maybe even longer. I mean, rarely do I go grocery shopping. Okay, so I did go on occasion, only if I'm like helping out my mom. But for myself, right? I got Instacart. I have never looked back. Instacart is a game changer. I'll tell you why. Because yes, you can go on there and order groceries online. That's not what's a game changer, right? Because I pay like $150, $200 a year for the premium account and plan to basically have like free, to have almost no fees, I think, on each order. But what's a game changer is, like, let's say it's a Sunday, like today. I'll go on there. It has everything I ordered from the past. I can just quickly go through and say reorder the same thing, add a few things. So I do all my shopping in about 15 minutes, because I can just go through, and as I use the product even more, I have all my past orders there. Just say add past orders to cart, add a few extra things, and they can all be at different stores, right? So not only do I already have my shopping list, but I can order stuff from Costco, from Safeway, from Giant, 3 different stores at the same time. At the same damn time, as a feature says, right? So this is why it's big, because the economies of scale. Because imagine having to drive, because for us here in Maryland, driving to Costco is like 20 minutes. Driving there, then shopping, then driving to back then when they had Whole Foods, right? Whole Foods might be 10, 20 minutes away. They're driving to Giant for something else. So all these different things, you might spend a whole day or half of your day just shopping for stuff. Because especially if you're trying to eat healthy and buy particular things, not every store has it. But with Instacart, I can place my order in less than 15 minutes. They'll have 3 shoppers go out to 3 different stores at the same time, shop for my things at the same time, and deliver them. Shop for my things at different times and deliver at different times. I mean, it kind of is a scale, because 3 people shopping for my groceries as opposed to 1 person, me, 3 times as fast. So paying some money here and there for Instacart to use it, I've never gone back. I mean, that's why. And I think I did see they were available on one of these platforms. Let me see here. Let me see if we can search for Instacart. Okay, it is not on EquityZen. Let's see here. Okay, so it is popping up here on Shares Post, Instacart. So founded in 2012, over almost $2 billion in funding. right? Obviously, good investors, Y Combinator, Andreessen Horowitz, Coastal Ventures, Kleiner Perkins, Sequoia, Thunders Club. Now I know, I believe Amazon also invested in them, right? And Amazon is one of the competitors. So I mean, I don't have money now to be investing in this because I mean, almost all my money is going into Token Metrics. But if you told me, hey, here, build a portfolio without doing any thorough research in terms of looking at the books like Warren Buffett, just looking at companies I know and understand and I use that I think have potential, I would have told you Zoom, Instacart, Roku, Amazon, obviously, Netflix. Those are still safe bets, but I mean, those are the ones that really come to mind. Let me know any other companies you think will do well when it comes to the future of remote work and how everything is kind of. So I read this online. The future in a post-pandemic world is really like this. We'll have really big companies like the Amazons and Netflix of the world, and we'll have very small boutique, like the middle. That might just get completely annihilated. Now there may still be a few survivors, but it'll be very hard to compete. And I mean, I think we're kind of getting that because look at restaurants. Restaurants are now really having to shift. Even colleges are having to shift. People are now getting used to doing things online through Zoom, through other things. And I know also people who are now trying to change the entire business models to make money online. So I know some people who were videographers who were making money from filming. Well, now in the pandemic, you can't really film, so they have to change the business model where they're now doing more remote editing, right? Editing videos for companies online, and that might be something they keep on doing post-pandemic. So I mean, everyone has been affected. If you're in a business that has been affected, we definitely do sympathize with you, right? Our condolences. We hope you bounce back. We hope you figure out a way to make money. We're here for you. Crypto family in the house every single Sunday, 6 p.m., 6 to 9 p.m. But this is over 3.5 hours. So this has been one of the longer live streams. But hey, we're just flowing, vibing. But yeah, I mean, let me know what you think. Any other companies you think will do well in a post-pandemic world? Let me know in the comments down below.